Hi, this is Thresden, and this is part 7 of an Elder Scrolls Online The Deadlands walkthrough. When we last left off, we were about to go talk to Morah again. We're doing this quest called The Force of Change, so we're trying to help Valsirenn. She's trapped in a sychroseisiac state, however you pronounce that. She's like in between the living world and the dead world or something like that, but she can't get out of it. So we've been trying to help her, and we got these seeds that Morah asked for, but we've got to go back to Morah and talk to her and see if we can find out where this guy, Master Irvink, is, this Master Mage or something. But I just noticed there is a set station right over here. So I definitely want to go just check out this set station. Because it is.
Think you'll make with that?
It is a map objective. The Razor Works is the name of it. All right, let's see what we can make here. It's probably not going to tell me. You know what? This is the Kind Marcher's Cruelty set. It's more of a tank set, though. I'm just going to go ahead and deconstruct it. So yeah, it won't tell me what the set is. Unfortunately, because this character's crafting ability is not high enough. I'm going to go ahead and deconstruct some stuff to get some inventory space, though, but I'll edit that out of the video. So I'll be back with you in just a second. Okay, so I'm back. I found out it's the Deadlands Demolisher set. I was hoping I could maybe deconstruct some stuff while I'm here and free up some inventory space, but it turns out a lot of my inventory is ornate items that I wouldn't want to deconstruct anyway. So that didn't really work, but I do want to know what the Deadlands Demolisher set does, so I'm just going to look it up right now. Okay, so I looked it up, and it's a DPS set, but it has kind of a weird 5th trait. It allows you to do more damage when you bash, so that's kind of strange, but it gives you maximum stamina and weapon and spell damage, so it looks really good for a stamina-based build. It wouldn't be good for this character, but interesting idea for a set. I guess you could make a character that does a lot of bashing.
Sheath your weapons. The battle is won.
Barely blocked in time. Alright, let's head on over to where Morah is. Quit messing around.
Let's hit the trail.
Bastion, do not fight that monster. We have other things to do.
Morah, we have something for you.
Oh, a new smell. How inventive. Are you attempting to mask your horrendous stench by rolling around in ash and dirt? Huh. Only a mortal would believe compounding filth with filth is somehow an improvement.
We brought you an apocalypse seed.
An apocalypse seed? How did you... I honestly thought you'd wander off and die before the new seedlings took. And you just brought this to me? Why would you do that? I made no pact with you.
Seemed like something you might be interested in.
I don't understand. This is some sort of trick, isn't it? Are you even smart enough for tricks? Maybe you really did just bring it to me. Idiot mortal. Well, it's not like I'm just going to turn it away, but I'm not going to be in debt to a mortal.
You could tell us where to find Master Irvink.
I suppose you demonstrated you aren't completely useless, and you muffled your overpowering stench. Fine, I'll help you to find Master Irvink. Seek out Shirodar in the Flea Pits district of Wretched Spire. He was the last mortal to see the Master.
Oh.
Wretched Spire? I'll meet you there.
We were headed there anyway.
I'll go ahead to Wretched Spire and attempt to locate Shirodar. Hopefully he's more cooperative than Morah.
Alright, let's do it. Okay, so I'm actually gonna go up here. Wait, is there a Wayshrine over there, maybe? Yeah, there is, actually. So, I'm gonna go over there and kill that world boss again to finish this daily quest. And then we'll head over to Wretched Spire. We need to go to Wretched Spire anyway. So, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think Wretched Spire, yeah, it's exactly where we're headed for the main story. So, that's good. Anyway, I'm going to edit out most of this because we've already killed this world boss once. But I want to finish the daily quest, so I'm going to go ahead and kill it again. So these are the weapons, the swords and shields, armor I was supposed to pick up. In the previous version, the previous daily quest, it was something else, some treasures that we had to get. But this time it's weapons. They're in the, I think, the same place, though. Alright, here we go. My front bar is not working. There it goes. Just lagging or something. Alright, now there's one piece of equipment that I was missing, and I just could not find it. I looked all over the place. Could not find the last piece of equipment. There it is. I figured it would be easier to find once the boss was dead. Sure enough. Daedric armor. Battered Daedric armor. A piece of Daedric chest armor, mangled and broken. No one could have survived whatever caused this damage. Alright, so we're done with that. And I think I'm going to head back. Going to head back to Fargrave and turn that in. And then we'll go over to the eastern side of the Deadlands, to the Sever, and continue our adventures there.
I see you're still in one piece. That's better than I managed. Do you have good news for the Sarathu Tong?
I killed the Unmaker and brought back all the Daedric equipment I could find.
You managed to kill the Unmaker.
I did.
That's impressive.
I did it twice.
You've solved an annoyance for me. Everyone in the Tong works diligently to keep their skills sharp. Ravam will thank me for interrupting his break. Here, take this. You earned it.
Alright, let's see what we
Coin
got.
purse empty? The Sarathu Tong is looking to give out some work to those who are willing and able. As long as you can stomach working for mages, that is.
I can, as long as they pay me. So let's see what we got. Eye of the Grasp breeches. We may be able to use this. In fact, I think we can. We got Ring of the Kind Marcher's Cruelty. We don't really need that. I'm going to go ahead and Wait, let me make sure. What am I wearing here? Band of the Anchorite, Ring of Winter's Respite. Let's just put this on just for a second, just to add it to my collections. And then we'll replace it. And this right here, we're going to actually... Well, I say we're going to actually wear it, but it's a light... Well, yeah, we want a light armor piece. Okay, good. So this is going to give us an extra 618 critical chance. And we only need one more piece to collect to complete the set. And then it'll have this ability, when you deal critical damage, generate 7 ultimate. This effect can occur once every 5 seconds. So we just got to get one more piece.
The Sarathu Tong only employs those who aren't afraid of some cross-planar travel or a little dismemberment. Interested?
What's the job?
Some kin-cursed Daganists stole the liminal rods used in our teleportation spell. The last group of hirelings sent by Ulvena Daren retrieved the rods. But those useless mercs were scared away by the Manticora Taupezu Azzida and left the pegs behind.
So what do you need me to do?
Destroy the rods, we have replacements, and kill Taupezu Azzida. It's gotten too annoying to live. I'd kill it myself, the pay is good, but I haven't been cleared by a healer. If you have questions, ask Ulvena in the guild hall.
Alright, I'll kill Manticora and destroy the staves.
I already told you about the work that's available. Well, the Sarathu Tong pay for results, not chit-chat.
What makes the Sarathu Tong's teleportation spell special?
It's the only teleportation spell that can be used reliably to transport goods and people to Fargrave from the other planes, without the need of a portal key. Others aren't reliable, and you're likely to end up stuck between realms, or missing an arm.
Okay, that's not good. I can see why you would want it. So is there anything you can tell me about this Manticora?
I've faced Manticora before. They're aggressive fetchers. Their poison cooks their victims from the inside out. It does not smell good. Never had the pleasure of fighting this one, though. Can't help you if you're looking for specific advice.
Alright, this is the first world boss that we killed last time, so... I think we are actually going by it on the way to some of these other places, so we can stop by there and kill it. But, there's not much to... It's like it moved me to a different shard there. Where's the person to talk to? Right here? I thought she told me to talk to somebody. This person. Ulvena Daren, okay. We can go ahead and talk to her, but unfortunately it's starting to repeat the same world bosses. I wonder how many there are. There's only 2. Well, that's why. So, pretty soon we're going to run out of daily quests, which is okay. We'll just continue to do the storyline and side quests from then on. The main reason I'm doing all these daily quests is I want to collect all the gear as we're progressing through this.
It's my business to know everything that goes on with the Sarathu Tong, so I know that you're one of the recent hirelings. Impressive record so far. Very well. Which contract did you accept this time?
Viveli hired me to kill Taupezu Azzida and destroy the liminal rods in its lair.
You seem like you're more reliable than the last group that took this job. Honestly, adventurers these days are as spineless as they come. But I don't think you'll be the same. You have a different look about you.
What happened to the last group?
Ha! Those slackwits ran as soon as they needed to fight something other than cultists. Worse off, they left the rods. Just left them where they were. In the lair of an intelligent mer-eating beast.
Is it a problem that the rods are now in a Manticora's lair?
Did you not just hear me say it was intelligent? I don't know about Taupezu, Azzida, but I've heard of Manticora bartering with cultists.
Okay.
Bartering! Let's not be stupid enough to give it something it can gift to our enemies.
Yeah, I agree. Why do you need rods for the teleportation spell?
Oh, interested in the inner workings of the spell, are you? Sorry, but that's classified Sarathu Tong knowledge. The short, unclassified explanation is that they anchor the spell. They secure one side of the portal to a place. Hence liminal rods.
How will I know the rods when I see them?
They'll be the only thing in the area that doesn't look like they belong there. And they'll be glowing with magic, so very hard to miss.
Okay, look for the glowing things. Gotcha. Here we go, plasma portals. Alright, now this time we're going to the Sever instead of the Burn. Alright, now the world boss... There's a big mountain that surrounds this world boss. But if I'm not mistaken, should be an entrance right here nearby somewhere. I guess Bastion is fighting people again. He always does that. Alright, so here's the liminal rods. I'm going to go ahead and destroy them. And then wait for the boss to respawn. Alright, here we go.
Careful. I'm not sure what we're up against here.
Whoa! This is that one that killed me last time. This thing's tough. God, that was so close. All right, God, that thing is hard. I thought that was a player there for a minute, but it wasn't. It was Miri, somebody's companion. I was going to res the person, but no need. Alright, so now we can head on. Let's see where we should go next. So here is the next part of the story quest. Yeah, let's go ahead and head there. I thought there was another daily quest near here, too. Enter False Martyr's Folly. Where is that? Where is False Martyr's Folly? It's all the way over there. Okay, so I'm not going to do that yet. I'm just going to go on with the main story for now. We'll do False Martyr's Folly whenever we get the chance. There's a Wayshrine down there. What Wayshrine is this? Wretched Spire Wayshrine. Okay, great. Oh, I'm going the right way. I need to just keep going the way that I was going. So this is it, Wretched Spire. It's the place where all the rebels that are opposed to Mehrunes Dagon hang out.
Why concern yourself with this? We can outlast the mortals.
Perhaps. But the chaos still threatens us. What do you see, mortal? A Tremora shell on the ground? What does that matter? We don't die after all. Could bring chaos. Disrupt the town's stability. Someone knew this and sent Tephalas back to oblivion. I need to know who. You can help.
Why would one Dremora's end lead to chaos?
Wretched Spire hides Daedra. Can't get summoned while here. We like that. But mortals want us gone. That won't happen. Tephalas seeks a treaty. Removing him delays that. The mortals may try to purge Daedra in his absence. If so, they'll die.
Why do you care if mortals die?
We know not the source of the Spire's protection. Any change might end it, including mortal deaths. You are mortal. Save your people. Speak to them so I can find the one who seeks violence. If lives do not concern you, I can provide mortal coin.
I would like the coin. I'll help you. What do you need from me?
Several mortals stand about gawking. 2 will tell what they saw. Ruldzara speaks freely to anyone, and Tarvyn on the hill, ally to Daedra. I'll take Tephalas' shell to a necrologist in the Daedric area. Meet me there with what you learn.
But why is Tephalas so crucial to Wretched Spire's peace?
The Daedra of Wretched Spire prefer our unbound status. No masters, no summoners. We will stay under the protection this area provides, at any cost. Tephalas spoke for us with the city's leaders. Treaty negotiations, influence over city operations.
Couldn't you kill the mortal leaders? Why rely on them?
Very smart that you recognize this. My answer is unsatisfying. Daedra do not want to change anything about Wretched Spire. The protection source remains unclear. The Spire? The people? Until we understand more, all must stay the same.
So what purpose will the treaty serve if you're already here?
Solitude. The constant disruptions of our existence by mortals anger us. An agreement would ensure we are left alone. You should understand. The mortals believe they allow us to stay. They cannot conceive that we allow them to live.
You mentioned taking Tephalas to a necrologist. What is that?
A researcher specializes in the empty shells Daedra leave behind. Their composition uses alchemy and magic to reveal secrets. He doesn't speak in the mortal tongue often, may confuse you. I'll need to interpret for him.
Tell me more about Wretched Spire.
A complicated place, even for a mortal town. It exists as a boil in the Deadlands. An infection that Mehrunes Dagon knows exists, but cannot heal. It goes unwitnessed, to my benefit.
Where did it come from?
Did Mehrunes Dagon's arrival on your plane go unnoticed? Was his tearing a city from its roots a common event on Nirn? I have never been there, so I do not know. A mortal summoned the prince. He ripped up the spire and flung it here.
Why doesn't Mehrunes Dagon destroy this place?
Good question. No one can say. I hear many theories, protected by a different prince. Saved for later. Dagon thinks it's funny. Nothing certain. Without an answer, we must maintain stasis. Nothing can change, otherwise Dagon may take notice.
Tell me more about yourself.
I refuse to have a master. I reject clans. No prince compels my allegiance while I stand within these walls. This arrangement suits me. When Tephalas began negotiations with the mortals, I offered him protection. As you can see, I failed.
Why didn't you stop the attack on him?
Tephalas makes his own choices. He is unbound just as I am. If he wishes to walk without me, then so be it. I would not stop him, though obviously it was foolish.
Doesn't working in service of someone make him your master?
Limited mortal philosophy. Can he force me to kill you if I did not wish? No. Can he embed thoughts in my mind, forcing me to worship him? No. Can he bring me to another plane against my will? Again? No. He is no master, only a useful tool.
Okay. Fair enough, makes sense.
Noroth focuses too much on the mortals' whims. He adheres to the belief that we cannot wipe them out without disrupting our protection from summoning. But they will die soon enough. Protecting them means nothing. If it ends now or later, who cares?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure that this makes any sense. Why believe that everything has to stay the same, or your protection will go away? Maybe it'll just go away after a matter of time. I mean, how does he know that everything has to stay the same? Did you see what happened to Tephalas?
Truly, I find Noroth's reliance on a mortal grotesque. I have nothing useful to offer you. I came upon Tephalas twitching and seizing on the ground as though filled with insects. A shame it ended so quickly. It was quite amusing.
Okay, that's not nice. So let's see if we can talk to some mortals. If we go near the main quest, we'll pick that up as well while we're doing this one. But it's down the road there, and this is closer, so I'm going to stay on this quest for now. Alright, there's a female Daedra right there, but we need mortals. Oh, I see it now. It's like underneath here. Tarvyn Indoril.
Greetings, stranger. Is this about Tephalas' death? Or I suppose, not death. The Daedra tell me that is not really how it works with them. I imagine he will come back eventually.
He will.
Do you know Noroth? The two of you spoke for some time, I saw.
Noroth asked me to check for any mortal witnesses of Tephalas' death.
Again, not death. Displacement? The proper word for their unique situation eludes me. To answer your inquiry, no, I did not see what occurred. I was actually headed into the Daedric district to meet with Tephalas when I stumbled on the scene.
Why were you meeting with Tephalas?
Tephalas and I are friendly. As much as any Tremora has friends. I helped him gain the trust of the city council to begin treaty discussions. He just met with my father, Tarvyn, leader of the council. I wanted to know how the negotiations went.
Apparently they didn't go, either they went really well or not well at all, because somebody killed him. Ruldzara.
I saw you over there talking to Morah, just like I watched you come into town for the first time. Nothing goes on around here without Ruldzara noticing. Want to know what happened to that Dremora dead on the ground?
Yes, I do want to know. You saw what happened?
How could I miss it? One moment he's walking along, the next he falls to the ground. His body shook a little, then nothing. I thought only a blade to the chest could kill them. Not that I care. You'll find no love for those things in my heart.
Did you see anyone near him when this happened?
No, not a soul. Neither person nor creature around him when it happened. but he was coming from the Spire and going toward where the Daedra stay. Probably getting up to foul business. You know how they are. I keep my eyes on them.
Okay, so she obviously doesn't like Daedra. What do you think about the tensions in Wretched Spire?
Seems to me that we should have handled it long ago. Daedra aren't meant to live among us. They have everywhere else they can go. Why do they insist on staying where I'm forced to see their strange ways? I say, gather everyone and kick them out.
Okay, so she's not too bright either. They could just kill all the humans. Look at this, though. She's wearing a dress. I don't think I've ever seen an orc female wearing a feminine-looking dress like that. That's interesting. Normally, they're I don't know. They're. How do we describe orc women's manner of dress? I don't know.
You're here. Ritual starts soon. Tell me what you learned. Agree. I mentioned a necrologist. Mixotet's the one. If the shell holds clues, he can find them. His ritual requires your aid. I promised you would give it. First, tell me what you learned. Did the mortals see what happened?
No one was near Tefalaz when he collapsed.
Magic from a distance, then. I saw no scorching from fire. Cursed object, maybe? No. Pockets were empty. Let's hope Mixotet reveals more. Why did he leave the Daedric area? He preferred not to upset the mortals.
Tefalaz had just met with Favin Indoril for negotiations.
Makes sense. Would Favin attack him? Maybe. He resents all Daedra, but how? And why the delay? Still too many questions.
Yeah.
Don't like it. Help Mixotet with the ritual. Claims the magic needs mortal hands. Promised me it won't hurt you.
So I'm thinking poison, maybe? I mean, it's probably not really poison. Some kind of spell or something, but poison would explain how there was no one near him. How do I assist Mixotet's ritual?
By smoke and light. Mixotet will call for a reagent. Find it, throw it on the ashes. He will explain what he sees. I will translate for you. His speaking needs practice. Start with the dead Banekin. We can go from there.
Alright.
Infinite thirst for prepared interest proposal. Turned advice as vanity and neutral. Misery wisdom arises to the spirit scream. Fragile tendrils allow connections to foregone, and until now, your efforts become necessary.
Yeah, this guy definitely speaks mortal as a second language. He's not a native speaker, that's clear. Are you saying I'm necessary? How so?
Salvage physicality. Triangles examine interior hollows.
Yeah,
Broken soul, limited cycle, grounded. No more understanding. Ancient folding across rivers.
I don't understand. Noroth said he will translate.
The track yet written beyond his general. Forfeit linear pointed strangers. Recommended blush of new. Floating beneath and above into similar plateaus. At juncture perform exaltation. Discreet.
Okay, yeah, well, I mean, I got discreet, but pretty much I understood none of that.
Mixotet claims he requires a mortal. Your life is limited. Best way to connect to an empty shell. I still need you, though. Stay unharmed. He said to begin with the dead Banekin. Toss it in the brazier. We'll see the results.
Alright, if that's what he said, I'll toss it. Banekin guts. Guts acquired from the limp, cold corpse of a Banekin.
Remnant inside flames.
Alright, I got that.
Secrets whisper. Explore the skull. Pathways withered. Blue after darkness.
The brain decayed rapidly. Forced the vestige from the shell. The urn dust next.
Urn dust, okay. Urn dust. A pile of flaky dust. It shifts colors in the light.
Burning dust. Boiling land. River source. Hunt the chest. More dancing in river. Fade the marrow.
Poison flooded the shell, but from what? Last, the blue plant.
Yeah, I thought it was poison. I was right. Blue plant, a dark blue bloom from a strange plant. The petals still move on their own.
Shattered sky, ecstatic bloom. Abdomen exploration in our trails. Ah, charred reveal.
Poison beneath the skin. The entry point. We must talk.
Lighted stump brings strange ichor. Northwest.
So maybe he ate something poisonous?
Curious. A poison that affects Daedra. This is new to me. We know more now. Not a random attack from a hater of Daedra. Someone able to apply this to Tefelaz. Got close. This was planned.
Yeah, where do we go next?
First, I need this substance. Not to use, to examine. And maybe to use.
Sure, why
Depends
not?
on how events progress. Misotet says he knows of it. On a fallen tree to the northwest. I would like you to collect some. Too dangerous for me.
Yeah, I can collect the substance. What will you do?
I will ask around about this poison. See if someone peddles it.
Good idea.
Perhaps someone moving for power. Then I'll visit the last person Tefelaz spoke to. Tarvyn Indoril.
Right.
Meet me in the Spire, center of town. Unlikely he reveals much without you there.
What do you know about Favin?
Arrived when the Spire fell. Mehrunes Dagon flung him here. Hates Daedra now. Understandable. Leads the Mortals Council. Opposes Daedra residents. Possible suspect.
Yeah, sounds very suspicious. If he leads the council, why does he let you stay?
Tefelaz explained the situation. We will not leave. If the mortals attempt to force us, they will die.
Right.
Simple.
Then what were they negotiating?
Our existence can remain adversarial. Knives forever at our throats. Tension makes existence a burden, inefficient. Or it can be beneficial. They provide a seat on the council. We offer protection from the Deadlands' many threats.
Alright, that's good if they were considering to go along with that, but then what happened? Okay, so it's to the northwest, so now the main story quest is closer, so I'm going to go ahead and pick that up.
Time passes differently for immortals, but an eternity is still a long time.
I see the last of the Fool Killers still consorts with mortals.
And I see a blade bearer who could use a new perspective.
You travel a strange path, Lyranth. I won't ally with kin such as you.
I was not offering an alliance. Mortals, speak to Rincaius. Tell him about burning Gyre Keep. Rincaius dislikes mortals and isn't thrilled to see me. No matter. He has a keen mind. He will see the benefit of sharing information. Talk to him and tell him what we found in burning Gyre Keep.
Mortals in the Deadlands exist only at Mehrunes Dagon's sufferance. They grovel in his cult, toil as his slaves, or skulk and hide in places such as this, in the hope he will forget about them. Which are you? And why do you seek the Blade Bearers?
I found a Blade Bearer sword at Burning Gyre Keep, along with Nokfaraz and the Waking Flame cultists.
No Blade Bearer would willingly enter a fortress loyal to Lord Dagon. I'm in search of my clan members who disappeared, however. You say you found one of our swords, at Burning Jaya Keep?
I did.
Tell me, what do you know of the Order of the Waking Flame?
They attempted to deliver my world to Dagon by merging it with the Deadlands. I stopped them.
An audacious plan. Mehrunes Dagon has swallowed mortal realms before, or at least a portion of them. Such as this settlement you see before you. You are fortunate that their plan failed. What brings you to the Deadlands now? Vengeance?
So, remember, this character has already done Blackwood, so that dialogue I just did right there would have been different had we been playing this with a character that had not finished Blackwood. A new danger. The Dagonists built a device to create incarnates, monsters that threaten my world.
If Dagon's servants struck down my kin to protect this device, I will punish them. But first, they must be found. My scouts followed rumors to Xynoez's jail and Jin's foundry before they vanished. I will begin there. You may accompany me.
Who are Jind and Xynoez? Tell me about them.
Jind is a Dremora kin marcher. She studies relics and devices. Xynoez is Zivilai. He studies pain. They are both subordinates of Valkanaz Novkroz, who you say you encountered at Burning Jaya Keep.
Have the Bladebearers had trouble with Valkanaz Novkroz before?
When Dagon's purposes interfere with our own, we gladly fight his minions. Prince Dagon knows this and welcomes it. We have met the Valkanaz in battle before. This business of mortal secrets and missing Dremora is new, however.
Tell me about your missing clan members.
The Bladebearers come to Wretched Spire every cycle. It provides a place to plot our next campaign against rival clans. When one of our war parties never arrived, I dispatched scouts to find it. They made one report. Then they too disappeared.
Where do we find Jind and Xynoez?
Kinmarcher Jind oversees a foundry in the Sever, not far from Wretched Spire. Xynoez is a master of a jail in the Burn, a place of suffering. My scouts reported that both seek information about mortal dealings, each in their own way.
Is it unusual for them to be interested in mortals?
It is unusual for two high-ranking lieutenants of Valkanaz Novkroz to suddenly concern themselves with mortals, yes. Novkroz has nothing but contempt for your kind. Is that all? I grow impatient.
That is all.
Ika, Drozu, stay vigilant. It's possible our clanmates will return while I am gone.
I accidentally talked to Bastion. Okay, so we've got 2 quest markers now. We've got... what is this? That's Xynoez's jail, however you pronounce it. This is the poison sample for the other quest, and then this is Jin's foundry. So let's go get the poison sample and continue that quest for now. Here's a Wayshrine up here, too. The Scourshales Wayshrine. Alright, so maybe the poison sample is up here on this platform. It's definitely not on the road. Here it is. Toxic substance, a viscous ooze growing on the side of a fallen tree. Occasionally, the substance moves of its own accord. Oh, I don't think we've been in...
pursue this, Tarvyn. It will fail.
Daedra don't belong here. This was once sacred ground.
Father, please, just hear Noroth out.
Delightful. Another wanderer enters town seeking refuge. We just keep growing. I have no idea how we will sustain all you people. Wait, are you with this Daedra? You should speak to him then. Tell him to leave. I want nothing to do with him.
I can't tell him to leave. It's where he lives.
My father can be quite unreasonable, as you can plainly see. I suggest you talk to Noroth while I try to sort this out.
This conversation goes as expected.
Yeah.
Tarvyn has a simple mind. Surprised Tefilaz hasn't killed him yet. The blighted tree, did you find it? A sample of poison may help us identify our target.
Yes, I found it just outside the town.
Well done. Beginning to understand why mortals summon Vinkin. Very useful to have an assistant. A curious substance. If we find anyone else with it, we may have our target.
How do we proceed?
Speak to Tarvyn. You're immortal. He may respond better to you. Ask about his conversation with Tefilaz. Get a sense of his plans. Important we delay a purge, at least until Tefilaz returns.
Another stray piece of refuse has stumbled into our town, I see. At least you're not a scamp or some other horrid creature. Well, welcome to Wretched Spire, apparent home to all of the Deadlands cast-offs. Why have you come?
Are you aware that someone murdered Tefilaz?
Now, you can't really kill those things, can you? They just keep coming back whether you want them here or not. But yes, I hear about everything that happens in Wretched Spire. Odd. I just spoke with him. Have you learned how he was killed?
Seems it was poison. What did you discuss before he died?
What? You're investigating the death of a Morah? Why bother? That creature will be back in a matter of days. He came to push for the damn treaty of his. Wishes me to allow Daedra to reside here permanently. I refuse to allow it.
Do you know who could have poisoned Tefilaz?
No idea. However, Tefilaz seemed occupied with looking into a recent arrival to Wretched Spire. A shady character named Vontan. If you're so interested, talk to that scoundrel. He squats over with the other dangerous trash in the flea pits.
Why do you hate the Daedra residents so much?
Why? Do you know how I arrived in the Deadlands? Why I'm likely forced to live out my days surrounded by blight and storm? Are you so ignorant of the very place where you stand? Mehrunes fetching Dagon flung me here with half the city.
These Daedras seem to want peace.
Peace, fair. Daedra are single-minded creatures. They only strive for what their essence tells them to seek. They don't want peace with us. They only see a truce as a means to an end. What that end is remains mysterious, so they shall have no treaty.
Tell me more about yourself.
Tarvyn of House Indoril, though I don't know if that matters so much anymore. I lead this cast-off of a town. The task was much easier when we arrived. We were mostly Dunmer. They knew their place. Now, it's an assortment of adrift refuse.
How did you arrive here?
I came with the Spire. Crashed down after being ripped from my beloved Mournhold and flung into oblivion. Never really understood how I, or any of us, survived. But I stopped thinking about it.
Okay, so Wretched Spire is from Mournhold. That's interesting. How long ago did that happen?
Newcomers tell me it was more than 600 years ago on Nirn. Only a few decades have passed for me. I can still remember the feeling of my stomach dropping as we lifted into the air. Time flows differently in Oblivion's embrace.
Okay, so we can see why there's so many dark elves here. If the Wretched Spire was from Mournhold, it makes sense why there would be so many dark elves. I met your son.
Tarvyn, yes. He introduced Tefilaz to me. A good son, but one who needs to learn his history. He was born here and never saw Mournhold. He doesn't understand what the Daedra truly are. I hope that he never needs to.
Okay, I don't remember Tarvyn, unfortunately. What else do you know about this Vaunton?
Not enough, unfortunately. He appeared recently skulking around, trying to avoid being seen by decent people. He lives over in the flea pits, where we relegate those who won't stay civil. I should really clear out the flea pits.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the video right here. In the next episode, we will continue investigating this murder mystery. Thanks for watching. See you next time.